Today is Wednesday, June 3rd, and welcome back into the Keep Boone Healthy Facebook information channel. I'm David Jackson with the Boone Area Chamber of Commerce, and as we have done throughout this whole COVID-19 experience, we have engaged with different representatives from our community to help put valuable information in your hands about everything related to how our community is operating, how we can do things more efficiently and effectively, and getting, good factual information out to you as you make some of the decisions that you need to for your business and your family. So today, no different than that, we are pleased to be joined by Kaylee Kushmer, sales representative for WJ Office. Kaylee, thanks for joining us. And I think the object of today's conversation is to start talking about some of the differences between some of the lingo that we're hearing as it relates to people that are cleaning their offices, sanitizing their offices, trying to make space more available and functional for visitors and guests, and how an organization like WJ comes into that conversation. So first, thanks for joining us. And what can you tell us about, maybe to start with, how WJ Office has really responded to the needs of businesses and individuals during this time period?
Well, thanks for having me, David. And also just thank you to the Chamber and your team for providing this resource. I, for one, between working from home for a little while and being back in the office, have really looked to you guys as a resource. So thanks for letting us come on and just be a part of that. So WJ has been in the janitorial cleaning chemicals realm for years now, and I will echo what you said, and it can be very kind of daunting and a little bit confusing when you're talking about cleaning, disinfecting, sanitizing. And so we have been a trusted chemical and product source on the janitorial side and chemical side. We have recently, through this whole COVID-19 pandemic experience, have added a service to that disinfecting offering. So we provide products here in Boone Monday through Friday. People can order with us, and we can talk more about those products that we have available.
Sure. I think one of those things that's been a challenge for folks is just the supply chain on some of that stuff. And certainly having a trusted vendor like a WJ being able to pull from vast resources may make it easier for individuals that are searching for specific things. How have you all tried to ramp up your own access to products, whether it's sanitizing and cleaning products or masks or other things that you're offering that can be a benefit to businesses right now?
Sure. So as you guys have definitely seen by walking into businesses as well as ordering online, things are not as readily available, obviously, and sometimes that's branching over into things you would never expect, like paper towels, bath tissue. On all of those fronts, we have always stocked and provided those items, but we're running into manufacturing standstills with lack of resources and lack of employees to make these products, as well as product being held off for medical entities. And we do sell a lot to medical facilities, but they are getting priority when it comes to wipes and disinfecting sprays. So we've had to really work closely with our suppliers to find comparable substitutions that aren't going to be at where we don't want to get into any price gouging. So we, as a company, don't want to pay a price gouged cost for these goods and then pass that along to our customers. So we have really worked at changing what that disinfecting spray or sanitizer might look like from what people associate, whether it's Purell or Lysol or Clorox brands, into new brands that are just as effective, if not more innovative and more effective, and really just working to educate people on the cleaning and disinfecting side so that we aren't so dependent on things like ready-to-use wipes and disinfectant sprays. So really just getting innovative and trying to stay ahead of the curve has been our main focus during this time.
So I know that as businesses especially are opening, we're using a lot different language than we did before to convey safety to our customers. And part of that comes from the whole cleaning realm of things. So people are trying to say, hey, our space is safe. We are taking care of our employees, and we're doing those in X, Y, and Z ways. But part of that conversation also centers around using words like sanitizing and disinfecting. Can you clarify the difference between the two so people can make sure that they are appropriately touting things that they are doing to help make their employees and customers safe?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it my best shot because it's also one of those things that it's super technical. So I might refer to some notes here, but cleaning is going to be just a standard removing of debris. And cleaning is useful for low risk surfaces like floors and windows. Take it a large step further into sanitizing. Sanitizing is going to reduce pathogens like those bacteria and virus to a safe level, but it is just reducing those pathogens. Whereas disinfecting goes all the way to eliminate and activate pretty much all pathogens. So disinfecting is really the main goal that you want to do, and you are using sanitizers to upkeep that, but disinfecting is the main goal. And there is something about, or a very important component to that, which is called dwell times. And so dwell times are not the same for disinfectants. So it's really important to follow the instructions of each individual disinfectant product out there. WJ has a resource on our website. If you go to wjoffice.com/blog, there's actually a lot of resources on there about disinfecting, and it will kind of debunk a lot of myths out there. But disinfecting is a process, and so.
Well, and we'll make sure to link that that blog link in with this video embed there too. So if you look in the comments there, you should be able to see that. As we talk about some of those different tips for properly and effectively doing some of this stuff, certainly, and you mentioned this, and I'm sure you'll expand on it, that WJ's got a new service offering. But for people that are either buying your products or getting them some other way, and they're wanting to take that best foot forward, or that best cleanliness guideline forward, what are some simple things that they may be able to do to ensure that they're doing things in the way that they really need to effectively be maintaining their facilities?
Absolutely. So I guess I'll start with kind of debunking a main misconception, and that is people think they can spray a disinfectant and then wipe it immediately, and now it's a safe surface. The truth is it's a process, and it's a 3-step process, and what you're using in each step along that way, and that process is really important. So first you want to clean a surface, back to what I said when that's removing debris. So by cleaning it and removing any soils that can interact with the disinfectant to make them less effective, that's step 1. And you want to preferably use something like a high quality microfiber when you are cleaning debris, because that's really going to grab anything on that surface. If you're leaving anything on that surface, that's just a barrier between the disinfectant and the surface. So first step is just cleaning, wiping a surface down. Then you're going to apply a approved disinfectant, and you want to apply it to the directions, like I was saying, that's specific to that disinfectant. So you're going to apply it in that manner. You're going to let it dwell, which is sitting on that surface as long as that specific disinfectant needs to sit there. And then you're going to come back through and remove the liquid. By removing the liquid, you're removing those pathogens, the harmful virus and bacteria that was on that surface. And so you're reducing the risk of transmission from that surface that way.
And I know that especially in the town of Boone, businesses are now required to have hand sanitizing options for people as they enter and exit a facility. That has obvious implications to how those things are being deployed. So if you've got hand sanitizer, you may need a specific device for that. If they're disinfecting wipes, maybe something different. Do you all have resources to be able to get kind of the hardware, so to speak, to allow people to be able to deploy whatever it is they choose to use for that hand washing activity in an efficient and a manner that keeps the integrity of that process as clean as it possibly can be?
That's a really good question, because we've seen that evolve and change over the last couple months. So when you guys go to establishments, you can see anything from a gel sanitizer to a liquid that's rushing out of whatever the dispenser they're using. It can have a wide gamut of smells, right? I know that we have local folks providing that, and that is awesome. So we have adapted through that. We currently right now have both liquid and gel sanitizer available. The liquid is going to be best through a sprayer, like some type of nozzle, so that it disperses that liquid across the hands more evenly, and then a gel can be dispersed through a traditional pump. We do have that available. It is on a kind of changing basis as with everything as to what is available and what's at a good price point for our customers. But we're definitely bringing in effective product that has the alcohol that's not recommended by the CDC in the product. So we are sending out emails with what's available. It does come available in a limited quantity. So we tell folks when we send out those emails, you know, there might be a limit on how many you can order, but definitely go ahead and get your order in to secure that product, because we do think a lot of these products might have a hard time coming back into standard availability moving forward.
Sure, and I think anybody that goes to the grocery store knows that is the truth, right? It seems like the same things are still out. You can't get hand sanitizer, toilet paper, or rice for whatever.
Yeah.
So kind of to wrap up this part of the conversation, you mentioned the new service offering, the disinfecting and the 90-day protecting shield. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and how people can find out if their facility is maybe the right kind of place to utilize that service?
Yeah, we are super excited and pleased with the results of this new service that we've already started offering. We started with right here in WJ, and this is an antimicrobial shield it's creating an uninhabitable surface for those pathogens to adhere to the surface, and it protects for 90 days. It's a biostatic coating that is applied through a fogger. And basically what our trained team is doing is we're coming out, we're providing a free consultation to your business. And, you know, it's a price per square footage service. So the two-step process is we come out, we are going to disinfect every surface in that building. We're going to then apply this antimicrobial shield, and then we're going to wipe down that surface, and it is going to adhere and last for 90 days. The way that this works, it's what we're super excited about, is that it's a non-toxic technique that uses no poisons or chemicals in the process. So this shield is actually mechanically rupturing the cell of membrane of that pathogen. So then it ruptures the membrane, basically kills it, and then it's going to create spikes, little tiny microscopic spikes on all surfaces. It's safe for electronics in your building, any surface, any hard surface, porous and non-porous, and creates these spikes that's actually going to attract the pathogen to it. And that's how it continues working for 90 days. It's going to attract that pathogen, and then the spikes will continue to rupture that cell. And so it lasts for 90 days. We are working with our customers that are rolling out this service to create a schedule where we're coming out every 90 days. Really important to note with this service that it doesn't eliminate the need to clean and disinfect your space. It is basically just a second line of defense, and it provides peace of mind inside of your business that is going to be protected from those harmful pathogens. We feel that this is like an invaluable peace of mind during the times that we're in. And so, yeah, we're happy to kind of go further down that explanation of what's that microbial shield, but that's kind of a dialed out 30,000 feet explanation of it.
Sure, sure. It's great to know that WJ is bringing biology class to our offices now. You know, we've got all these different tools and resources now available to us. Final question for you, Kaylee, and I think this speaks to, you know, why it's so important to have a trusted local resource like WJ to be able to answer these questions, because this has been a business that's been in this community for a long period of time. You know the landscape of what businesses need, and you've also been at the forefront of adaptation due to circumstance for quite some time, whether it's the seasonal changes that we go through, or an example like this where we are responding as a community to a new need for service for our businesses. What is it that you feel like WJ's greatest strength is in being able to have those conversations with people and to know history of the business community and the climate here, certainly, but also this is kind of what you all have done for years, is adapt to the needs of the business community?
Well, thank you so much for acknowledging that. WJ is a local business. We've been here in Boone for 44 years. And so during this time where Boone already does such a great job of supporting local and really making every effort possible to buy locally, now it's just become really magnified. And so there are a lot of options out there, and we just really appreciate the opportunity to be to support other local business and just kind of have that mutual partnership going forward. And so WJ has evolved over those 44 years to started as business supplies, office supplies, and there's been computers along the way and laptops, but just to kind of give a broad overview of everything that we have to offer is general office supply and furniture. So, you know, I know a lot of people are kind of changing the model of things, the landscape of things inside their businesses. So if furniture need is something you have both at your at-home office or in your space, that's something we've been doing for all of our existence. We are working really closely with all of our local restaurants on disposable products. So we do food service items, disposable goods, takeout containers, gloves, can liners, things of that nature for our restaurant businesses. We offer those cleaning, janitorial, historically supplies, now getting into services, as well as office break room supplies like water, coffee, and other things for your break room, as well as copiers, printers, and managed print services. So really are a one-stop shop, and we have, like you said, evolved to include all of these products and services so that our customers can feel really taken care of, and that they don't have to deal with a lot of different sources. And if we can be your source for one of those avenues or all of those avenues, we're happy to fill that need.
Well, and I think it's an important point to make too, that when a business has been around in a marketplace for 44 years, you can provide expert advice and certainly some descriptions of new services that are available. So whether you happen to be a WJ customer or thinking about that, or are teamed with one of the other suppliers in the area, you have got information now to take forward to whoever your trusted source is, to be able to say, hey, this is something that I need to do. You know, let's make that initial inquiry or make that decision based on the benefit to not only your customers, but your employees and their families as we work through this very difficult time. So we certainly thank you, Kaylee, for sharing this information with us, and hopefully people will be able to take that and make good guided decisions, again, based on the experience that you have all had in the community. So thanks to WJ for all you do, and thanks for sharing this information with us today.
Thank you, David. We appreciate it.